right, back on the record in the Simpson matter.
10 a.m. Los Angeles. Outside this courthouse and all over the city, Angelenos hold a collective breath.
Oh, the juries are coming out.
A long 10 minutes pass, and then... Here the crowd is mostly jubilant.
LAPD guilty!
The reactions do not always fall along racial lines.
There are a bunch of white folks here. A bunch of white folks. A bunch of Latinos that believe that O.J. was not guilty.
That was not the case in two very different neighborhoods, where the reactions confirmed what the pollsters had always said. People's perceptions of the O.J. Simpson verdict are largely connected to the color of their skin.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the...
To understand why so many patrons in this restaurant were literally jumping for joy when the verdict was read, you must first understand that so many in the city's black community simply don't trust the criminal justice system when it comes to meting out justice to black defendants.
Regulars at the Boulevard Cafe cheered for the former football hero as if he had scored the touchdown of his life, a victory, they said, that sent a strong message about police who live above the law.
If they had the evidence, they should have not messed with it. If there was two gloves at the Bundy crime scene, you should have left it there. Don't try to implicate somebody if they wasn't there.
There were 9 African Americans in the box. And every one of them have had somebody in their life somewhere at some time touched by injustice. O.J. was not on trial. All of the Mark Furmans were on trial. LAPD and their racist mentality was on trial. Everything that Daryl Gates gave birth to was on trial.
It was apparent early on that race would be a key factor in this trial. A majority of African Americans polled believed O.J. Simpson was not guilty. However, here in Brentwood, about 10 miles and a world away from Baldwin Hills, the majority white population had a different view and a totally different reaction.
All right, Madam Foreperson, you've had the opportunity to review the verdict forms. Are they the same forms that you signed, and are they in order?
We brought a TV to the Juice Club, where patrons began watching the verdict with a poker face, only to be shattered.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony upon Nicole Brown Simpson.
Granted, they were sequestered for a long time and they haven't been exposed to what we have, but God.
So that you can afford a high, big shot lawyer and have a lot of money for the case, you can get off with anything.
You know what? Johnny Cochran will be a rich guy. He will make a fortune. He will get lots of clients now, and I hope that he can sleep at night because he got a double murderer off the case. He's going to go home and feel happy. And what about his kids? How can he even look at his kids?
This afternoon, a residue of bitterness settled among the people here, a sense that justice is as much a casualty in this case as the victims themselves.
I think it's absolutely appalling. It gives me no faith in the jury system whatsoever.
The verdict may have resolved the question of one man's guilt or innocence under the law, but it has also revealed, perhaps laid painfully bare, two solitudes of race in Los Angeles.
The jury has spoken. They did the right thing.
I think it's a disgrace. I'm shocked.